Welcome to United Unzipped. What are you doing?
I do this for you.
You usually come up.
Well, the problem is I'm not allowed to move because my chair is too squeaky. And if I move, it goes like that.
That's a horrible noise.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, let's get started. Morgan Schneidlin didn't wave.
Bad news.
He's barely been on Twitter, we think, since we asked him. So maybe he'll see it, maybe he will still wave, but we are going to move on. We're going to forget about it. It's not very nice.
I tell you what, mate. You're going to forget about it, but I'm going to be angry about it for 2 weeks. That's my rule.
All right, it's quite a long time.
How long does it take for the good people of Full-Time Devils to type out the word Schneidlin and spell it properly? The amount of effort we've gone into.
That's a good point, actually, yeah. Because
he hasn't even bothered.
He has got a complicated name for writing. So let me throw something at you. Matter, Young,
Yeah.
Shaw, Smalling.
Yeah. They're all Manchester United players.
Johnston.
Yeah.
You know what these are?
Names.
These are just some
surnames.
These are just some people in the Manchester United first team squad that have waved to us. You know,
Okay.
we're going to add to that list now. Matteo Darmian.
Ooh!
We're going to ask him to wave.
Shut up, mate!
I think he's going to wave. I think he's going to really
What
like it.
makes you think he's going to wave?
I think he's an Italian. I think he'll really embrace the waving culture because of that. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's your reasoning behind? Do Italian people wave a lot?
I think they love it. Yeah.
Oh, they do. They do. Is that what they do?
I've not. What are they trying to gesture? What they gesturing?
They do. They do
Breast
a lot
implants.
of breast implants.
I don't know if that's relevant.
Okay.
Right, so Matteo, give us a wave.
Matteo, give us a wave. Matteo, give us a wave.
Matteo,
Matteo, give us a wave. Please, mate, please.
I always feel like we don't ever really
this.
need to do the second verse when we sing it.
Yeah, but it's fun, isn't it, mate? It's so much fun.
It's a bit tiresome. Right, let's go to club news in the football club Manchester United. We've lost our cards, so Ian's using a book. I've made a homemade card. We don't know where they are, so it's quite nice, I think. It's a book. Club news: Wayne Rooney is having a testimonial. It will take place on Wednesday, the 3rd of August, in the year 2016. 12 years he's been at the club, so no one doubts that he deserves a testimonial. What is interesting, though, is that this has come about because fans have written to the club requesting it at a time when he's probably being most criticised because his form is less than good.
So how many fans do you think wrote off?
Oh, 6, 7?
To get a testimonial, that's got to be like a few people.
We have to play 10 years, don't we, to qualify for testimonial. And the history of the testimonial is, showing recognition for players been there a long time, but also to give them like a final payday. Wayne Rooney always doesn't need that final payday. So all the money raised will be sent to the Wayne Rooney Foundation, which I think has been formed just to distribute money to charities.
Wayne Rooney doesn't want to be paid, but the money's going to the Wayne Rooney Foundation, mate.
I think that's just...
That sounds like... It's his money.
And it's just a name. It's just a name for a place for the money to be centralised and then distributed properly.
Yes, mate.
100% confident that all the good people at the Wayne Rooney Foundation are doing a great job in distributing money to the right places to look after people who need it.
No, it's a scam. Don't go. It's a scam. That's what I'm saying.
Don't listen to this guy.
So Rooney's been playing for 12 years. So have they added on a year for every transfer request he put on?
This guy. Right. Ronaldo, according to the Daily Star, will feature in this testimonial. Apparently he'll play. We've got no proof, but they said that Rooney phoned him. Ronaldo was like, yeah, of course I'll be there. I'll see you in August next year. No idea if that's true. I can't imagine the Daily Star have any idea if that's true, but that's what they've reported.
I don't think the Daily Star would make something up, mate.
Then we have different opinions.
He's definitely going to be there. It's a credible newspaper for credible people. Ronaldo's going to be there, back in an up-to-date Manchester United shirt. It's going to be incredible.
Nope. Now, Memphis Depay and Martial can be the new Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo, according to one of those players. Have a guess which one?
Depay.
No, according to Rooney.
Rooney.
Yeah.
Yes!
He said that they're two really talented,
You messed
really
up because you said
young
according to Rooney, mate. I intentionally messed up my first answer so that I get the second answer right.
Clever. So Rooney says that they're both very talented and hopefully can have careers like him and Ronaldo did, and can hopefully form a partnership like the two of them did that is very successful and wins lots of trophies at Manchester United like the pair of them did. That would be very nice. We'd all like that. Elsewhere, Paul Scholes rejected the opportunity to play for Salford City in the FA Cup recently. Gary Neville phoned him up and asked him. This has been caught on camera. I think it's part of a BBC documentary that's coming out very soon. And he says, Paul, do you want to play in the FA Cup on January, April, whenever it was, I don't know. And he's like, what for? What would be the point? No, and he's like, well, because, it raised a lot of interest in the game, and it would give them a full house at Salford City, so they'd make a bit of money for the team, and generate interest.
Or profits go to the Wayne Rooney Foundation.
And Scholes says, Scholes says, no, I'm fat, and then he swears. And Gary Neville's like, well, if you play, I'll play. And he's like, no, and he says, I think about it, but he didn't play.
Do we have bleepers on this? Can we put a bleep in?
We can put bleeps in, yeah.
He said, I'm fat as
You will have to put a bleep in there, because he did swear.
Yeah, so you want to put the bleep over the word fat?
No, that's
so
not
that is, I'm bleep as fuck.
Also bleep that bit. Also bleep that bit. Do you know what they do in some places? What they do is, when they know they're going to bleep it, they would say, fat as Chuck. So it looks like you've said it, but
then there's no need to bleep it then,
No, but it's to make you think that you've sworn, but actually you haven't.
Why would someone do that?
I don't know, but they do. They do.
What a bunch of
now, let's talk about
chuckwits.
commercial seal news. There isn't any.
But
we haven't got one. We're still celebrating New Era hats.
Hang on a second, mate.
Oh,
you know me, mate.
You explain this. I've realised in making my homemade card, my double-sided piece of paper with my notes on, I've taped it down, so I need to turn this over.
It's awful,
so you
mate.
carry on.
Should have just gone for a pad. You can put more information in, like this. You're probably thinking, Ian, why are you annoyed there's no commercial seal? Because we have slipped under the radar one of the finest signings in Manchester United history. We have got Mr. Cliff Batty at the club at last. Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Batty. His name's making me laugh.
I reckon it's Beatty, because it's
Beatty.
only one
Could
T.
be. Beatty boy is here at the club.
It's not like David Batty.
Since 2014, Mr. Beatty, brackets 45, has served as Chief Financial Officer and a member of the Board of Directors at Sporttech PLC, a leading pool betting operator and technology supplier. He qualified as a chartered accountant from Ernst & Young when he was 10 years... Oh, no. Where he worked for 10 years, not when he was 10 years old. But no, if I know Cliff Batty, if I know the CB like I do, he probably did graduate when he was 10 years old because he's a clever chucking guy.
Good for him. I feel really silly bragging about my card, and now I've made a mess of it. Let's move on from Cliff Beatty, probably not Batty, and talk about transfers. According to the Telegraph, Felipe Anderson is back on Lou Van Gaal's radar. They claim that we put in a bid of 28 million.
Sam, when he was young, you know when you get called Master instead of Mr. or Mrs.
Yes, he is.
He'd have been called Master Beatty.
Yes, he would have.
Oh, I'm 27.
Yeah.
Oh.
Masturbating.
Masturbate. You want to laugh, don't you, mate?
Well, it is funny. Now, Felipe Anderson, according to the Telegraph, we bid £28 million in the summer, although when I say according to the Telegraph are reporting claims from Gazzetta dello Sporto, who are reporting claims from somewhere else. So where this originally came from, I've no idea. It probably doesn't deserve the time of day. So £28 million last year. Yeah, he's played 13 games this season. He scored 5 goals. He's 22 years old and apparently has a £56 million release clause. So he would cost a lot of money. Should we go back for him? I've no idea. The problem with this one is you can see the tedious links in the way it's been reported. There's not sort of grain of substance to it, which is a shame. Now, Griezmann is another player the Telegraph are talking about. Apparently, Manchester United can buy him, and that will take Louis van Gaal's overall spending over £300 million at the club.
Ooh.
His buyout clause is believed to be about £60 million. He's currently at Atletico. Apparently, he wants to move at the age of 24. Chelsea are very interested. They've been linked quite a few times. But interestingly, Griezmann seemed to play a sneaky game on Twitter on deadline day, deadline day, where he sort of subtly linked himself to Manchester United a little bit.
What did he say?
I can't remember exactly. I just remember it happening. I think it was to do with his brother, and maybe his brother was in a Man United shirt, and he was like favouring it, and it was like next season or something. There was something in there that made it look like Griezmann was open to the idea. So who knows? We'll see.
Also, mate, whenever I see a story and it says Chelsea are rumoured to be interested,
yeah, that's
I just think,
on earth.
well, who would you go to? Chelsea, they're in free fall. Then might not be in the Champions League next season. They're going to find it very difficult to buy players. Don't we know it because we were in that position?
Chelsea in free fall and managerless. Now, if Mourinho has been fired by the time this goes out, I look like a genius.
Okay, mate.
If he hasn't been, then it just looks like I've made a prediction. I guess I'm probably covered.
Yeah, we'll
edit that conversation out.
We'll just cut it.
Edit that conversation out.
Okay.
Managerless Chelsea, because enough can tell the future. Now let's move on because that was ridiculous. To Victor Valdes, whose agent has been talking. This one actually has some truth in it. His agent says he's hoping the player can leave in January and Manchester United will let him leave. And I think sort of everybody wants that because it's a very sad situation.
Yeah, it doesn't reflect
well on anybody. It doesn't reflect well on Manchester United that we just have this player just sat there, this World Cup winner.
We don't let him come in with anyone else. He isn't allowed to eat the same food in the canteen. He's got to use a portaloo, and he can't use the toilets that everyone else uses.
I don't know that all that's true. But his agent says hopefully he's going to leave in January, and he would like to stay in the Premier League, which is interesting. Said he's settled to life in England, he's enjoying living in England, and he would like to actually play some football whilst in England.
Sam Homewood, let me ask you a
Ian
question.
Smith.
Who do you think would get Valdes? Who would want him? Who would he go for? Do you think he should be playing in the Champions League? Do you think he should be playing first team football? He's still got lots of life in him, for God's sake, mate.
I think any team would want him that wasn't, let's say, Chelsea, on the assumption that, you know, Courtois is going to be their goalkeeper. Arsenal are okay. Tottenham are okay. And Everton are okay. They're not going to get rid of Tim Howard anytime soon. Probably every other club.
But then he wouldn't be playing in the Champions League now. I don't think it's going to happen.
But it is a worrying thought I've just had in this conversation. Mignolet, not a great goalkeeper, is he?
Oh, yeah.
So if he doesn't go to Liverpool.
Nobody
would like that.
Sam,
Go on.
I've got a bit of surprise transfer gossip.
Have you?
I was on the train this morning looking on the internet, and I heard about a little-known player called Neymar, who plays for Barcelona Football Club.
Neymar.
Now, basically, what I've heard about this fellow is, mate, that he's looking for a move where he can be the centre of attention to fulfil his ambition of winning the Ballon d'Or.
Right.
He might be interested in coming to Manchester United. That is from the Metro.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Unless they got the Metro.
The Metro.
They heard it here second.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've heard it here again.
Well, I think we'd all like Neymar.
Yes, please, mate!
Very good at football.
Ooh.
Let's talk about the passive-aggressive clip of the week.
Oh, God.
Let's watch it first, though.
Sir, I have to talk every week about Rooney. Why?
Because he's a top player and people see he can play better.
Okay, then you have to write it down. It's your opinion.
Well, I'm asking.
No, I don't give any answer anymore about Wayne Rooney because I'm sick of it.
Boom! Just stop it. He's going to be passive. He's going to be aggressive. Don't get up in his grill. That's my advice.
Just
Take it
leave
or
him
leave it.
alone.
Let's wrap up this United Unzipped with the social media sort of
Roundup, mate.
Roundup. Good word. Starting with Memphis Depay wearing a Christmas jumper.
Oh.
No, it's far too early. It's not okay.
Come on, mate.
It's October. It's not even been Halloween. It's ridiculous.
It's not early enough, mate.
I love Christmas.
If you want to wear
Let's
your
celebrate
jumper, wear
Christmas
it when
at
you
Christmas.
want.
No, because you dilute it.
It's it. Next week, mate, I'm going to wear a Christmas jumper and you're going to put up with it, mate. Bloody Scrooge.
Ridiculous. Scrooge, by the way. Well, I mean, at the end of the film, everybody loves Scrooge. He's a really good guy, so that's a compliment. You don't talk about other people from films from how they are at the beginning. You let them go through the journey.
At this
and then
moment,
the character at the end.
There are people who murder people, go to prison,
Yeah.
and then come out of it reformed. But
Yeah.
you still dislike them when you're murdering people.
Yeah, fair enough.
I haven't thought this through.
Right.
I like Christmas jumpers.
Wayne Rooney tweeted to thank fans who'd wished him a happy birthday on his 30th birthday, which was very nice of him. Here it is. It's him just going like, oh, thanks very much for your birthday messages. Elsewhere, Cristiano Ronaldo posted this slightly odd picture of him playing poker with his mate, just sort of staring at the camera.
His mate's called Ricardo. Ronaldo and Ricardo.
Yeah, good pair. Sounds
Nice
like
little double act, didn't it?
I think they sounds like a nice sort of nice restaurant. Going down to Ronaldo and Ricardo's.
Oh,
Maybe get the pasta.
Maybe.
Now, Chris Smalling has posted this picture of Manchester United fans having a great time at Old Trafford. Presumably this was before the game started. He said the atmosphere at the derby was really, really good, and what a lovely time it was, apart from the football bit. That wasn't that great.
Also,
Although he had a paper game.
there's some funny little flags in there. The little Afro Man flag for Fellaini.
Yeah.
Someone must have made that flag, really expecting great things of Fellaini. And Fellaini's done well for the club recently, but if you've got a Fellaini flag,
Yeah, you committed.
you've really gone for it a bit too much there, I think.
Ian, I think you can tell people the last story of today.
The last story of today. So, this is not a Manchester United story.
No.
It's about a man from Barnsley.
Yeah.
From poor old little Barnsley. He woke up 7 hours after a game had finished in the toilets of Barnsley Football Club Stadium, scared and alone, with nothing but the soothing drips of the cistern to keep him company.
Pretty weird.
And that man died, unfortunately.
No, he didn't.
What?
Did he? I don't think he did.
I only read the headline of the
No,
story.
he didn't. He just fell asleep and he woke up 7 hours later.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh, fair
More
enough.
of the story, don't go to see the football stadiums. Right, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed United Unzipped. Get your comments in below, tell us what you thought. Have a great day, and make sure you wave to Matteo Darmian, because I'm quite confident he will wave back.
Right, I'm just going to go downstairs, see how the lads in the office are doing.
Ridiculous.